it say in the Brisa? It says in the Brisa that it says in the Brisa that if you have a ksav yodo mimokom acher, but wait a few minutes, you can do it quickly. Give you 5 minutes, 7 minutes. We're going to come and take away that. Come and we're going to take a piece. So, Tosa says, it quotes the Brisa, Trey v'trey. What's the case of Trey v'trey over there? Trey v'trey there is that Ksav Yodo, the ones who wrote the star are dead. Ksav Yodo yoytze mimokom acher. And the din is, and comes two Eidim Baal Peh, and it's when Baal say what? Anusim, the Eidim, Anusim, Katanim, Suleidus. The din is Eino Neman. Why is Eino Neman? Should be Neman, Trey v'trey. But as far as the Eidim on the star is concerned, there's always what's considered like Trey. Why? Because you have Ksav Yodo. You have Ksav Yodo. Mimokom acher. The question is, so what if you have Ksav Yodo mimokom acher? What does the Ksav Yodo only say? Only say one thing, that it's not a mezuyav. But if they were anusim, if they were ktanim, psuleides, gazlonim, whatever it may be, Ksav Yodo doesn't tell you that. So now how do you know that's so? Why call it Trey Lagabe Trey? Do you have clear two Eidos that say they are Anusim, Ktanim, Psuleides, clearly Eidos Baal Peh that go to court, and they will choker and doresh them in court, and they say Anusim. So why is it Trey Lagabe Trey? Since they assume it's Trey Lagabe Trey, must be that the Eidim on the star, when they say Ksav Yodohu, is like real Eidos saying they're not Anusim. That's Trey Lagabe Trey. Or at least an Ansade. So then what will be the difference if we have a Ksav Yodo, b'mokom acher, or they themselves will agree, the Eidi Shebal Peh will agree, Ksav Yodeinu is not Mezuyav, the same thing is there. What's if it's me, mokom acher, or they themselves will say, Ksav Yodeinu is there. It has the same format. They're not arguing, but the only question is on the Anusim, Ktanim, Psuleides, and there it's considered Trey, so it's also Trey in the Havavina. So then it should be Migo B'mokom Eidim. And Migo B'mokom Eidim shouldn't work. Just cut this off, please, for a second. Let's go, guys. Maisa Sutton. Where's Rabbi Yaakov Yitzchak? He came back. Where is he? So the kasha is, let's get the kasha. We got to get the kasha. So the kasha is, so since we see by Trey v'trey, by the case of Lo Neman, the Gemara would say Neman, and that's the Maskonas HaGemali Rav Nachman, that is Trey v'trey. Hi, where's the tray on the star that says that really that they are not that they weren't anusim and they were not ketanim? Here you have only an umdana, a chazoke, an ansade, and against two live Eidim who say they were mamish anusim. How can that be equal? Yet the Gemara calls it equal. So it must be that once you say Ksav Yodo, and we accept Ksav Yodo, that's not Mezuyav, so then will come out that it's not Anusim and it's not Anusim, not Ketanim, because there's a Svara to say that. Sade or Mamish Eidos, but it's enough to say Trey v'trey. Even though you have two live witnesses who say anusim, ktanim, and they were boidik in Bezdin, in front of Bezdin, they were boiker, boidik in choiker, they're all the chakiras, and actually the shtar, all the shtar has is, that's not mezuyav. Ksav Yodeh means it's not mezuyav. Hi, maybe they were hanusim, maybe they were this, maybe there was halvor, maybe shtar amon, maybe shtar modor, but still whatever comes out is that it's called trey, and that's more Ram Nachman holds lamaskonas had the one. We pass like Ram Nachman. So the shtar has it, so we see that it is something. So then it should be also, since we're saying that they're saying ksav yodam hu, they admit that it's not a mezuyav. So this, what's the difference? If they say ksav yodam, who? Or ksav yodam comes from mokom acher. What's the difference? What's the difference? I mean, there is a little difference. If you say ksav yodam mokom acher, so they can't be a pesha peshita because they're not the pesha or peshita. But as far as the shtar is concerned, still they say ksav yodam who it should have validity of a shtar. It should be good. And once it's not mezuyav, so then it should have the din of edus, or at least an ansadeh. Zogga. And the migum mokam ansadeh, migum mokam edim, it shouldn't work. So why do we say in the Reish it's neman? It shouldn't be neman. Now here you have a problem. What is really Tosfos' kasha? Is Tosfos' kasha built on an ansadeh, or is Tosfos' kasha built on trey v'trey? What is Tosfos' kasha actually? Why did he have to actually have the word on ansad? Even without the word on ansadeh, Tosfos could have asked his kasha. You see, trey is trey. What do you need on ansadeh? Elamai, it's an ansadeh. So then why does he have to bring trey v'trey? It's a pasha svara that it's an ansadeh. Why do you have to bring the raya from trey v'trey? It's a migu versus an ansadeh. Why do you have to? It's a pasha svara. When you write a shtar, when you have a shtar is written properly. I mean, that's an ansadeh. What's an ansadeh mean? It's a svara. It's a logical understanding, the way how people do things in the world. That if you have a shtar, and you know it's not mezuyav, that the shtar was written properly, not anusim, not katana. And it's a portion of yeah, migo versus an ansadeh. What do you need the word trey v'trey? What do you need the Gemara for? Kalamai, you want the Gemara trey v'trey. So then let it be a direct kasha, trey v'trey. So the language of Tosfos, exactly what the kasha is not clear. That's the beginning position. That's point to king for. Now we have another kasha on Tosfos. And that is, we have a brisa. And the brisa says in Yutes clearly that if we have, it's actually the similar case as our Mishnah versus the brisa, it seems to be parallel. Except the difference is, here, it's in the Mishnah, it's the Eidim themselves who are speaking. The Eidim themselves speak if there's no ksav yodo, red ksav yodo, neman and not neman. And over there is they're dead, and other Eidim are speaking that where there's no ksav yodo, other people with ksav yodo, and other people are speaking. So it's more or less parallel type of things. So the kasha is asked, a simple thing. So why didn't... When we had the brisa, why didn't Tosfos ask the kasha or the Gemara ask the kasha on the brisa? What could they ask on the brisa? They asked a few kashas on the brisa. You can ask on the ratio. You can learn from the sefer. A principle. And we can ask back in our case. Let's look at it. Let's think about it. We could ask on the brisa one. What can we ask on the brisa? The last on the brisa that what? That in the Reisha we see it's neman. So I'll ask you, In the Bray, why is it Neman? No, Ksav Yom Mokom Acher. It's Migum Mokom Eidim. Or at least Trey V'Trey. Why say Neman? It'd be Trey V'Trey. If Tosos here holds that the star without a Ksav Yom Mokom Acher is Migum Mokom Eidim, they learn from the Sefer, Trey V'Trey. So therefore push that in the Reisha, the Brisa. So therefore the people who sign the star also are like two Eidim. I didn't. There's no Ksav Mokom, so what? So now you have two other people say that is Anusa. Let it be Trey V'Trey. Why say them on him? So let Tosos that cash over there. And second of all, you see from the Sefer and the Brisa. What do we see from the Sefer and the Brisa? That the Eidus in the Eidus, that even Ksav Yom Mokom Acher, we said there ain't no nem on him. So the Gemara says, let it be Trey V'Trey. Without the question of Trey V'Trey, what do you hold? That the Eidus and the Eidus, when you have Ksav Yodo, is so strong that they're not Neman. Don't even had a kash, let it be Trey. The Gemara answers, even as Trey V'Trey, it's Uki Mamoni B'Cheskas Mori Rav Nachman. But without that, we would hold that they're not Neman, that the star is strong. So if you say Ksav Yodo, so you have definitely Eidim there. So then what was really then the kasha? First of all, you have a kasha on the Sefer of the Brisa on the Reisha of the Brisa. And second of all, you see from the Sefer that you see from the Sefer of the Brisa that the Eidim are not really Neman. Once you already have Ksav Yom Mokom Acher, and if Ksav is not Yom Mokom Acher still, so the people on the star are very strong. Once you agree Ksav Yodo, once you agree to the minimum that it's not Mezuya, Ksav Yodo means it's not Mezuya. Hi, what about the other problems? We assume that the other things are also, if there's a star Mona, we assume there was a loan, or we assume that they were written properly, they're not Anusim, they're not Ketanim. So we have here a hard problem to understand what is Tosfos saying. If Tosfos, first of all, the language is difficult. Is it an ansadi or is it Trey V'Trey? And if we'll say, and also the second problem is why isn't this kasha directly on the Brisa? Either it should have been there, Eino Chinami, or we'll say it's not. It cannot be there because of a chiluk. What's the chiluk? And Bechlal is difficult. First of all, there should be a kasha from the Sefer of the Brisa and the Reisha of the Brisa, the same thing. Why say nem want to be Trey V'Trey in the Reisha? Like we're saying over here. Or we see from the Sefer that it's Eino Neman, that the Eidus in the star is Eino Neman. No, not the issue. You have the Eidus of the star, and then you have Acherem saying the Ksav Yom Mokom Acher, according to the Brisa, saying only the Gemara says let it be Trey. But without it, we see that the second ones are not Neman. The main thing is the star. As long as you know it's not Mezuya, if the star seems to be good. So that's a good enough reason to hold that the star is always good, no matter what the other guy's taina. It should always be the star is very good, and the other Edom are coming. The Edom Baal Peh are coming. They're coming to ruin the star, and they can't ruin the star. The star is good, either because they admit that it's good, or it comes from another source that it's good. But it seems to be the star is a very strong point. Let's see now what the Marsha is. Let's see what the Marsha is. Let's read the Marsha. That the Marsha, when he wrote the Marsha, before he wrote it down, the Marsha was taught in the yeshiva. The kasha went through the yeshiva. The pilpa chaverim of the talmidim. And everybody knows that Chazon Ish holds, and everybody holds. How can you learn a Tosfos without a Marsha? And everybody who learns Tosfos, any rabbi who learns Tosfos is always responsible for the Marsha's explanation of Tosfos. You cannot say you know the Tosfos without saying you saw the Marsha. You may say you didn't see the Pnei Yeshua a little bit, but you cannot say you didn't learn the Marsha. You didn't say the Mamshif, you didn't say, but there's no way of saying this is the Marsha, Marshal, and Maram. Those are the three basics that every kid at the age of 9 learns. But there's no such thing as you didn't know the Marsha. It's impossible to learn the Taisa without a Marsha. And Bnei Brak, especially Chazonish's people, I mean, everybody learns the Marsha. Who doesn't learn the Marsha? So when you say Tosfos, it's always Marsha. Or you learn Rashi and Chumash, and of course you looked at the Ikas Sifsir HaChomim, you saw Sifsir HaChomim. I mean, you don't learn Rashi without Sifsir HaChomim. They say, what is Rashi saying? Look in Sifsir HaChomim, you'll see. I mean, it's understood. Or Chumash without Rashi. I mean, it's understood. Let's see what the Marsha says. You can say you didn't see Rakiv Ege, okay, that's hard. Marsha you have to know. What does the Marsha say? Hari Elo Nemonim, Vim Taimar, Veloma, the whole of Kamra Min and Treva Traininu, Ad Kan Lashonam. L'chora ein ze muvon. The lekamen adraba parach. Ahor dik omar ein nemonim aedis achrona. V'amai ho treva traininu. The Gemara over there learns what? That we're talking about a case where you have a star. And the star, the people died. And they have a Ksav Yoda Mokomacho Eidim for it on the Ksav Yoda, that it's not Mezuya. And the din in the Mishnah is, even though 2 other Eidim will come, not the Eidim of the Shekos, they're dead. 2 other Eidim come and say what? Yes, it's Ksav Yoda, but they want to do some kind of Psuleidas. And the din in the Mishnah is, the Bryce is what? Einon Emon. So, in fact, the Marshal, why Einon Emon? Treva Traininu. It should be Einon Emon would mean they're not believed in Mashma. The star is good. No, it should be Treva Trey. The star is not good. You can't collect from the star. V'hocha kushta, and here in our case, who they're monim be'edas achrona. But what is our case? Over there we see clearly the Eidas, there's Eidas Shebishtar and Eidas Achrona, means the Eidas Shebal Peh. So the Eidas Achrona, we see over there, they're not believed. The only kasha was, let that also be believed, mitam trei. And here we see clearly the Eidas Achrona are believed. V'aseifa diktoni, and that which learned in the seifa, eina monim, is beidas achrona. So havi leila hakshoy, the tikshalei, the talmuda, chamai eina monim, v'ot treva treininu kidaparach lekaman. Why? The seif ariv shekvar mukuyam, v'lei metartza terutza dehocha. What's his kasha? What's his kasha? What's his kasha? If according to Tosos, it says Treva Trainin who, and the kasha is why they we ask why they believe. We should what really? Why they believe? They not believe because it's makomedim. They make makomedim. Says Adarabba, the Kama Adarabba parach. The kasha there was on the Einon Emon. Definitely to believe the star. We believe the star. The kasha is why. Either Einon Emonim, hi, Treva Trainin who. But the truth is what? That the Nemonim Beidas Achrona, that they are believed in the Ne'monim Beidus Achronim. It's going to believe. Vasefer Diktoni Hocha. Ein Ne'monim. That which says here, Ein no Ne'monim. Beidus Achronim. Havi Lahakshais. They should ask the Kasha on the Sefer. Why Ein no Ne'monim? Hi Ein Ne'monim Ho Treva Training Who, like they asked over there. Guys, why does Tosfos ask it? This Kasha on the Reisha. If it's a comparison to the case over there, the kasha should be on our sefer of the Mishnah, not the Reisha of the Mishnah. If the kasha is trey v'trey, we see over there that what? In other words, it's not parallel. Our case in the Mishnah, the Reisha and the sefer, the Reisha talking about that they say we have no ksav yodam, and they say anusim ktanim. The Eidus Achronim is anusim ktanim. So the din is neman. So the kasha is why it is. So the question it's neman. So we say why is it neman? It should be eino neman. Because you see that that from trey v'trey, that from the brisa, that the star is like eidus. It's migamoka meidim. Says other Rabbi. The kasha should have been from the Sefer on the Sefer. Here we see in the Brisa that when you have Ksav Yon Makom Acher and Acherim come and say, which means because these Edom are dead of the Shtar, and have Ksav Yon Makom Acher, and other people will come, other Edis, Achronim will come and say Anusim, Psula Edis Heim, and Ktanim Heim. The din is Eino Neman. In the Gemara, it asked what? Treva Trainin, who? Why in them should be Neman? Or at least Treva Trey. So they asked that Kasha on our Sefer from Treva Trey. If the Kasha is from Treva Trey, they should have asked the Kasha on our Sefer. Why in the Sefer when we have Ksav Yedim Mokom Acher, and the same people say, Ksav Yodeinu, but Anusim, Ktanim, and Psuleidisim, the din say no Neman, let it be Treva Trey, like over there. If the whole proof of Tosfos comes from the case of the Brisa, so make the kasha from the Brisa of the Sefer on the Sefer. So we will come down. What's the difference if Acherim say it or they themselves say it? Because really, what are we saying according to we're learning Pshat in the Havamina Tosfos? That we're saying, because in the Reisha clearly, it's not a Ksav Yodam Imokom Acher. There's no Ksav Yodam. It's only through their words of themselves. And what are we saying? It's like when they say Ksav Yodeinu, it's like the Sefer that it's Ksav Yedim Mokom Acher. That's why you get Eidim. And you don't make a chiluk between they themselves and somebody else. So therefore, if that's true, then that was the base of Tosfos Kasha. So Tosfos should have asked a better Kasha and make it more parallel between the Sefer to the Sefer. And you can't say a chiluk, well, this is themselves, the people themselves, and that is an Acherim. But what's the difference? Because if you have that as a chilik, then what was this kasha on the ratio of Nema? Make that chilik there too. So what's the kasha? So that's the kasha. Why does he not? Tosfos not ask straight from the Sefer to the Sefer. Let's finish for a second. We'll get all the kashas in. One, hold on. V'yesh lomar. The Divreihem hocha. Leave the amaskona de lekama. The treva treininu. Vuka moina becheskas mori, which is really Rav Nachman. So amai kama hocha. The nemonim lifsal shalagamre the karin lay. Just a different kasha. They're living in a kasha. Why we say the word nemonim? What is nemonim? We believe them in the Reisha, and we say rip it. So the kasha is why rip it. Umagbinen name a treva training who v'loy magbinon v'loy karinen lay. That's Tosfos Kash. Tosfos Kash is what? Why do you say that what? That nemonim is mashma, you rip the star. It's like treva trade. But the Hamaskonas go on Rav Nachman. Aval Sefer dohocha ain't nemonim legamre. But here the Sefer we hold ain't nemonim. Don't ain't nemonim. We don't say magbinin lay. Ein Emunah does not mean what the. I mean, Ein Emunah means that they're not believed, but not that the ones in the star are believed. They're not believing enough to rip. Magbinim Bey, I will say for the Ochar the Ein Emunah Lagamei. Umagbinim Bey. 1 second. I will say for, let me get it again. I will say for the Ochar the Ein Emunah Lagamei. Magbinim Lay, they picture the Trever Tradinu. Keeping the Shuv Eino Chayzu Magid. Kidamosek. Loy have Eidos Achrona Klum. Since we'll hold the Dinah, Eino Chayzu Magid. So the ones in the star are good. The ones in the star are good. And therefore we don't believe the second one. We don't believe the second one. And we'll say that what? That we do magbed. So it is good. Hi, you'll ask Trey Trey. You can't say Trey because since you're talking about the person himself, ain't no chayza magid. Mashain came, when you talk about Eida Macherim, so you're definitely going to have two Eidas, one against the other. In the case over there in the Sefer, in the Bryce in the Sefer, since it's Eida Sacherim, so you have Trey. In our case, since we're talking about the same people, since it's the same people who wrote in the star, there you have a rule, ain't no chayzin magid. If ain't no chayzin magid, you don't have trei v'trei, you have magid. So again, what was the Marsha's kasha and the Maskur's teretz? The Marsha asked that when Tosfos asked trei v'trei, so why didn't he ask it parallel? He brought a riot trei v'trei. We like trei v'trei is the kasha, not the kasha is. Dika kvetch is it's an ansade versus miga, but it's like trei v'trei. Boy, maybe you can add a little kvetch there also on that side, but basically it's trei v'trei. So that kasha should have been parallel from the sefer to the sefer to Bryce to the sefer to the Mishnah. 1 second. So Tziyon says no, you cannot ask from the sefer to the sefer because they're over there in the Bryce. You have trei v'trei because it's acherim. But here, we don't have trei v'trei. What do you have? You have only trei, because ain't a chayzo magid. There's no trei v'trei. So it's different than the brisa. So what is the kasha of the Reisha then? The kasha of the Reisha is that what? That since we see over there that what? That the shtar has value, you can't ask trei v'trei. Because ain't no chayzer magid, adarabba. Once they say ksav yodenu, it's ain't no chayzer magid. Ain't no chayzer magid means that the star is good. If the star is good, it's eidim. So why do we say nemonim? It's not nemonim. It can't be. I has a migas bigum okam eidim. We have proved you that what? That the star is good. Because the whole time is, because there never was a problem the star being good or not good, the star to eidim. The shaila was the people or eidus achronim that come, did it have any value? So normally we held was no value. Came along the Gemara, the Brisa, and the way the Gemara is the Kasha and the Brisa has a din of trei on the Eidos Acherim. So trei v'trei. So that's good if there's other Eidos. But as far as if it's the person himself speaking, Zeino Chayza Magid. So Zeino Chayza Magid, you can't say trei v'trei. So what can you say is the star is good? Because they said Ksav Yodenu Zen, it's not Mazuyav. If it's not Mazuyav, so how can we say the din is Nemonim? With a Migo Mokum Eidim? That's how it's Kasha. That's the Marsha. Comes along the Mramship. Is there any difficulties about this? Yes. If it up. Eino Nemon means you'll collect with the star. That's what we read in the Marsha. You collect with the star. Collect with the star. You want a kasha?
He doesn't say why you don't answer. Why the kasha of the Gemara? Why don't answer the B'raisa that you tell? Why they don't answer?
You tell someone. Why not? What?
Why they don't answer the Reisha and the Sefer and the Reisha?
That's a good kasha. That's an excellent kasha.
He doesn't answer the kasha.
You're asking very good.
because there's no tray.
Right.
There's no key with this chayzer or magi.
Yes.
So maybe it's we have Allah, you may never start the shtar. Never start the shtar is not good. So maybe it's not like the Breise. The Breise is a Yava shtar and you have another shtar, two shtar, the shtar is three negative, two limits. And here it never started. But the Meise is, so the kasha is still a kasha, then answer the kasha.
So the answer would be simply that Ein Hachinami, you could have asked this kasha on the ratio of the brisa. The same kasha be the kasha and the ratio of the brisa. I agree with you. You're asking very good, Yeshua. They can ask from the sefer of the brisa. We see what that the star is called Trey, and the acherim coming is like nothing in oneman. You see, it's no good. So why by the ratio of the brisa when Ksaviyot is not makom acher? And the Eidim Achrina say yes, Ksaviyot Deinu zeh, the din is Neman. It should be Eidos versus at least Eidos. Let it be Eidos Trey v'Trey, or over there. Let it be Trey v'Trey. Why is it Neman? Neman means you rip the star. Shouldn't be ripping up the star. Or asked according to our case, which is even our Mishnah. By our Mishnah, it's not Shayach even. Our case is even stronger. Not the pshat, it should be Trey v'Trey. But it's nothing. The second one is nothing compared to the star. Raila Dovar. We see by the Sefer the Brisa. We see by the Sefer the Brisa that what? That it's Einon Eman. The Acherim is Einon Eman. Right? It's Einon Eman. Yeah. And only thing the Gemara says let it be like a tray, but you see the star itself is good. So therefore in the case by then they themselves says Ksaviyot Deinu Hozeh. Why is it Neman? High over there, we can say what? We say, Eino Chayzu Magid. And Eino Chayzu Magid we hold, so the star is very good. So how can you say the second one is Neman? It's Eino Chayzu Magid. Mashain Kain in the Brisa. By the Brisa, you can't say Eino Chayzu Magid there. Because since they're Acherim, you can say other people can speak. But even if other people speak, it's less of a kasha. There it says Neman. So you say, of course they spoke, it's Neman. But how you have the stars, you can say Neman in the sense that they are believed, but these stars are stars, so it's really Trey v'Trey, you can answer there. Maybe. But our case in the Gemara, where there's Eino Chayzer Magid, in the Mishnah, Eino Chayzer Magid, so there, when they themselves say, they themselves will sign the star, say that the Anusim Machmas, Momonon. So there, why they say Neman, it surely shouldn't be a Neman. Say no Chayzer Magid, and you cannot be Chayzer. And the star is good, and the Migu is no good. Migu Mokamedim, and how do they speak all together? Bechla. So he has a stronger passion here.
By Shtar is not Chayzer Magid.
1 second. If you're talking about the same, when you talk about Chayzer Magid, that din applies to the same person that writes the shtar, who signs the shtar. He cannot talk more about any Chayzer Magid. You can say Chayzer Magid. But I talk about Achrina speaking. It's not that parsha of Chayzer Magid and Chayzer doesn't exist. I mean, that's Bechal doesn't exist. So you can say maybe it's a case of Chayzer Magid. But you see clearly that the shtar has value on its own. And we see also in the Sefer. We see in the Sefer and the Mishnah that they're not Neman. Why are they not Neman? Ksaviyot Makom Acher. They're the people themselves. They are the people themselves who did it. So you say Ksaviyot Makom. So what? I don't have a migo. But why you know Neman? I still have some validity. So I don't have a pesha shofet. But let me be believed. Mitam that I'm the Baldover. That's right. According to the way the Marsha is speaking, what is the word migo? Mandakar shmat migo shmigo. What's it all about? Just say Trey v'Trey. Why say Neman? As if you believe him. But we're learning a little bit of Rashi, a little bit of Shatzim showing to the Gemara that there's a migo here. So really he's saying, whatever the reason why, even if you add the migo to it, I would say, even if you add the migo, what good is it? It's migo makamed, or meaning it's Trey v'Trey, and why is it Neman? It shouldn't be Neman to the degree where you rip up the star. You shouldn't rip up the star, but what do? It should remain a standstill. At least that. Even if you'll add the migo to it. I don't think he means it migo because he's fighting those people because, let's explain why. Because what's the teretz of Tosfos? Teretz of Tosfos says that what? That we're talking about that shtar is really, the Rabbanan is like a chaspa b'yalma, according to that view. And therefore you need a real kiyum. So therefore it's like zilch or nothing, or it's like Teichte Dibor, or it's a Chayzo Magid, you can say whatever swore you want to say. And therefore, the statement of the second statement in Neman. So you say, what strength does it say in Neman? You say amigo. So we, in the Maskanas HaDavar, migo does play a place. But in the Havamina, what is migo? So he says, even if you'll throw in the migo, I would say, throw the migo into the ring and add it in. Whatever you want to say, still it's trey v'trey. so your kasha was good. What you have mentioned migo, but it means to say even throw migo in. Just mention because you see the end is migo, so he doesn't want to change the maskana. The hamina maskana is like the hamina held was no migo, and it is a migo, or somehow a migo slips in. It's trey v'trey. And the answer is no, because he wants only change one point that the shtar is not trey. He's forcing us to a position to hold that even if you say ksav yodo and it's not mezuyaf, and not mezuyaf will say what? That the shtar, once you say the shtar is not mezuyaf, so then you have all these anansade, zumdanas, or edus, whatever you want to say. There's a whole piece here that the shtar is good. There's not anusim. It can be even edus. Some people even say it's in edus. The shtar is good. Shtar is good. So the shtar is good. So the second person comes along as what? Why is it Neman? Shouldn't be Neman, it'd be trey v'trey. Shouldn't rip, it'd be trey v'trey. And even if you throw the migo, and I said even if you throw the migo, so what's mandakar shmei migo? No, we still didn't solve, according to the Marshuk, what does he bring in here Anan Sadeh for? What's Anan Sadeh got to do with us all together? The way he's learning the Kasha, don't do it Anan Sadeh. Unless you're going to learn the din in the Brisa there is Anan Sadeh also. But it can't be Anan, because there's Trey Mamish, physically Eidisha Bal Peh, Achrina, the other ones come and say in the Peh they were Anusim against the Eidish of a shtar that don't speak. So of course I would say don't speak and speak, which is stronger. There's only a numdana, it's an asade, it's a chazok, but it can't be Eidish against Eidish. Eidish is nothing greater than Eidish Bal Peh, with Vaydi competitive. So why should we say no Neman? Or even equal trey for trey. It shouldn't be trey for trey. Because they say trey for trey, ukuma chazoka b'mona. So I would say no. Even if it's not trey for trey, but still it has a chazoka and it's an ansade, so it's like, but it's not trey for trey. The Master Trey Bram Nachman says trey for trey. Uke b'mona chazoka. It has a din trey. Elamai, you'll say it's proportional that. Since you see from the Sefer that one of the Brisa, you have a ksav yoda b'mokom acher, therefore that's real trade. But if I admit it, is the difference between admitting or having a ksav yoda? But what's the difference? Because as far as the second part is concerned, because nobody's arguing about ksav yoda, it's not mezuya. As far as the second part is not anusim and they're not katanim. So that's clearly, which is an assumption, which is an ansade. The Gemara holds it's really trade. If it's trey, it's trey. I never said those words. They never talked about anusim, ksavyot, anusim, katan. They weren't katanim, they weren't anusim. Nobody spoke. And what about the mona shebeshtar? According to Shitas HaRambam, that holds at the Edom and the Shtar, when you say ksavyodim, it's not mezuyev. It's as if the Edom say, yes, there was a loan. How did they say a loan? They only said ksavyodim. That's enough to say there was a loan. And if there's a loan, they're saying that the shtar is good and was written properly. So if the Edom and the shtar say, yes, we wrote it properly. If they said they wrote it properly, it's a good shtar, Yisrael. It's a good shtar. If it's a good shtar, so then it's Migam Okamein. And that's how you understand it's the Taisus Kasha. I don't think that when we learned the Tosfos, or how the Pnei Yeshua learns the Tosfos, I don't think it's the same as the Marshal learns the Tosfos. The Pnei Yeshua learns it become an outside, not betray. You have to look at the Pnei Yeshua. And second of all, we gotta see our dear friend the Mram Shif here. We must see the Mram Shif here. The Mram Shif. And we must see the Mram Shif. Hold on. And we have to see also the Haflor. The Haflor on this Tosfos. There's two Haflor. The Haflor on the Tosfos Haflor and the other piece where we mark on. We have to watch the Haflor on this Tosfos. Yes. And Reki Vega on the Tosfos. So we have to see Reki Vega, the Haflor, Mram Shif on this Tosfos. And the Pnei Yeshua. The Pnei Yeshua is already a little in another way. It's on the side. And the Kikoyon, what's the name of the guy? Kikoyon Yona is like the Pnei Yeshua. So we'll get the line up, we got to get into the thing. Yes?
When you said that, we see from here that the Shtar is strength.
The Shtar is what?
The Shtar has strength on its own. Are you speaking after they said Sav Yadenu Huzeh? And if so, then why would we think otherwise? Why would we think that a Shtar does not have strength?
You're asking an interesting question. Why do I hesitate? Because we have the Bryce and we have the Mishnah. The Bryce and the Mishnah both make a chiluk in Ksav Yod or not Ksav Yod. When it's Ksav Yod, though, it's Eino Neman. If it's not Ksav Yod, it's Neman in both cases. So it must be, there's a chiluk in Ksav Yod or not Ksav Yod. Right? Right? Sign the Mishnah, sign the Bryce. Right? So I would go home and say, Ksav Yod or not Ksav Yod, simple. But since Tosfos says, he opens his mouth, and he says, Migamokum Eidim, and the Shtar is Eidim. So I said, where's Eidim? How did he get Eidim here? So I have to say, and Tosfos comes along and holds Trey V'Trey. And he holds that what? That even there's no Ksav Yodo, B'Mokum Acher, has enough Trey, right? As if there was Ksav Yodo. Yet there's a chiluk between Ksav Yodo and no Ksav Yodo, right? And yet we see, there is a chiluk between Ksav Yodo and no Ksav Yodo, right? So I said, where does it come from? Is it Eidus? Is it real Eidus? Where does it come from? Elamai, there's no Eidus. So where does Migamokum Eidim come in? Right? So I have to say, I'm forced to say, that somehow we have to make a chiluk, and we make a chiluk between, if we make a chiluk between, if they themselves are the ones that say Ksav Yodo, right? Or somebody else says Ksav Yodo. You have a Ksav Mokomar. So what's the difference? The way how Tosfos makes his kasha, there seems to be no difference. If no different, if they say Ksav Yodo, some Mokomar, it's still called Eidim. Eidim. So if it's Eidim, so then Taka we have a kasha on the Reisha. How come we say Neman is Migamokum Eidim? If Tosfos doesn't got to say Migam the Brisa, Migamokum Eidim, or Eidim, or let it be Trey V'Trey, right? Over there you can say Trey V'Trey, like the Marshal holds, Trey V'Trey. So why do we say Nemanim? It should be Trey V'Trey. Nemanim means you rip the Shtar, it shouldn't be ripping the Shtar. So you're going to answer me, a little kashi, ask me, hey Rabbi, isn't it different between Ksav Yodo? Was the Shtar value on its own, or only when they say Ksav Yodo? So I have to say, when they say Ksav Yodo, right? Somehow. So then you'll say, what's the difference? Do you say Ksav Yodo? Or Ksav Yodo Mokomach, it's still the Dinedis, right? So the Dinedis. So how come the Reisha is Nemon and Sefer is not Nemon? Sayin the Bryce is Sayin the Mishnah. You have a hard problem here. Because otherwise, what does this kasha doesn't make sense.
That would already be the
No. I force you into a box, and you must give. You can't say here the Shtar on it's nothing, because you have to say like I was explaining it. When you say the word Ksav Yodo, Ksav Yodo Mokom Acher, you're really saying the Shtar is not Mizuya. If I explain that little svara there, okay? Once they say the Shtar is not Mizuya, then the Shtar has strength. For whatever reason it is. So you say, man, if they didn't say Ksav Yodo, maybe the star has strength. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I know one thing, if say Ksav Yodo, but Edom say Ksav Yodo, or Ksav Yodo Macher, it's the same thing. It has strength enough to be called Edom. Hi, the star has a value on its own, I don't know, who knows, yeah, maybe not. But then you'll say, if it's like a value, Sakon Aresha is Nemo and the safe is not Nemo. Because they know, that's a goof for the problem of Tosus in a certain sense. That we see in the ratio what? Yenema. Why Yenema? Because yes, according to Masha, trade with trade. Nema means you rip the star, shouldn't it? We trade with trade. If you'll say, right? Sign the Bryce and sign the Mishnah. Except in the Mishnah, we have a way of asking a stronger kasha. Why? Because since they themselves are the ones that are speaking, we say what? This is the Dinei Chayzo Magid. So the kasha is even stronger. Why do you say believe? It's not believe, because the star is strong like an ox. Strong as can be. The star is strong. But over there in the Brisa, it's acheret. It's trey v'trey. Okay, it's also the same kasha. It's not Neman. It's not Neman. Since it's not Neman, I mean, what do you say, Neman? And it's here, rip the starts. It's trey v'trey. But in our case, it's even stronger. Why say Neman? Bichlal, even say Chayzu Magid, since it's the person himself, and you admit it, so then it has a strength. It should be totally the star should be good. Why say Neman? The star should be good. Something like that.
Whose kasha is that?
What?
Whose kasha is that?
No, that's nobody's kasha. But that the Marsha is asking.
Why he's learning kasha?
What? No, he's learning Tosus kasha. Let it be trey v'trey. At least trey v'trey. And therefore, you shouldn't rip it. You shouldn't rip up the star. It should be like trey v'trey.
Yeah,
but our Mishnah is stronger in a way. Why? Because you have no chayzel magid. Our Mishnah is stronger.
So it should be.
No.
It should be velvet with the star.
No, I don't know. You can't be go with a star because it says Neman. He has a problem.